All right, so my alarm, right? Hear the alarm. I always forget to bring bags in. Are you watching me? You're not. Okay, you better. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, we made it out of the store alive. Hang on. Sanitize the hands. Put the phone in the charger. I got a kombucha for the road. Okay, let me see here. Let me put you up here. We made it. We made it. How many are still with me for the ride? Only 18 of you care about me? Okay. I'll remember that. Okay. Oh. Okay, so to the 18 of you that care about me, thank you. To those of you that don't, that's okay. I'd rather have 18 that care about me. Hi, snow remover. Okay. You got your package from Dandy. Hi, Nona May. Hi. Glad you care about me. All right, ready? Let's go. We got to get home while I'm awake, right? Oh, 20 of you care about me now. That's nice to know. Of course I do. And now Walmart is a scary place. Okay. 21 of you care about me now. 22. Oh, let's see what I can tell you about today. Well, it was a bittersweet. But you know, it was good anyway because my son Michael and Gia came over last night, and they came over to have the cake. And this is the ironic thing. They stopped from having the cake because Luke wasn't home, but they said they had a really good time anyway. Then we said we'll do it tomorrow, not knowing that my daughter's bus was leaving so freaking early. Shut up. Not knowing that my daughter's bus was leaving so freaking early. And there's people here, they're nuts. So what happened was, well, she thought she was going to get the early bus. Then Luke, he was swimming with friends and this and that. And then, okay, so she was going to leave on like a 6:15 bus, which was 30 minutes from us, which means we would have to leave at least at 5:30. Jimmy was going to pick up Luke at 4. There was no way Michael could get away from the restaurant, but Gia could come. But Gia can't drive because of her operation, so I had to go pick her up. By the time Gia and I got back, Jimmy got back, it was like 5:15, so it was ridiculous. So Jimmy's like trying to rush this and like, get the heck, hurry up, you know, like Jimmy, you know, he's on freaking speed, okay? A woman on diet pills is what I say all the time. He's even worse than, so I'm like, calm down, okay? I don't need you to do anything about this. He kept literally asking, can I cut the cake? When we hadn't even put the candles in it, okay? This is what I'm talking about. He's like a raw freaking nerve, and I think it's because something's up with his truck, okay? He's got to do his brakes or something, and he doesn't want to take it all apart. And so when Jimmy is stressed about something, it comes out in every way possible. So he's driving everybody insane, telling, can I cut the cake? Jimmy, we didn't put the candles on the cake. Jimmy, calm down. Then we put the candles on. We don't even light them. He goes, I'll cut the cake. Jimmy, we haven't even lit the candles. Okay, Gia's like, what is up with this guy? Okay, so then I'm like, look, you'll cut the cake, okay? It's so important that you'll cut the cake. Nobody's upset. You'll cut the cake, but we're gonna light the candles and we're gonna sing, and she's gonna blow them out, and then we'll cut the cake. So by that time, my daughter's like, well, you know what? This is getting insane. There's a train that comes in, is the same train that Lisa D went on, comes at 9:15. We'll do the train. So that freed up some time. But then Michael still wasn't there. Wasn't enough time for Michael to be back. So thankfully they came last night, you know, at least we spent some time together, and we spent some time all in the restaurant together earlier. And then he'll be up for my birthday, which will be my birthday is Saturday, I think, right? So anyway, Roman was over, and let's see, Roman was hanging out with Jimmy in the family room. Roman ate some of the food that I bought for him last time. And what else did Roman do? Now, and last night Roman was over too. He was trying to get to Lucy, but we kept them pretty well cordoned off, okay? They were around each other a little bit, but we stopped anything from happening, you know, like nothing got even close, okay? So anyway, let's see. Then Gia was feeling tired, so we went back down, and she just was not up to going with me to go to drop Allie off the train, and then, you know, so that's how come that I'm alone. And then she went home to go rest, because she hasn't even had, you know, like, she's still very sore, and can't lift anything, can't drive, like I said. So I drove her home, and with my daughter, and then we went to get the train. That's when we picked up the first live, right when she got on the train. So we did that. So yeah, a little bit, you know, really nice to have Michael there, but it's Memorial Day weekend. What are you gonna do? You know, he's tremendously busy, and we'll Photoshop him in, but he was there tonight. So. Let's see. Oh, my daughter, big thing, found, well, Jimmy found her California roller baby. And it's funny because she was rollerblading today. And we had it all ready last time she came, but we forgot to show it to her. And I can't believe it. She was like freaking out over it. She took an Instagram video of it rollerblading. All of her friends were saying, I used to have that, I used to have that. She took it back with her. And it was so funny because she wasn't at all embarrassed. She had it like hanging right out of her tote bag, so you could see her California roller baby. And I was like, bye, California roller baby, I love you. Okay, but she took that. She had a lot of stuff to carry. All the stuff that Kubi gave her for the kitten, the cat. Stuff that I got her for the cat, birthday presents, her suitcase. Wow, she had a lot of stuff. So hopefully she has a safe trip home, and she'll probably be home before me. Anyway, so yeah, we spent, after I did my bike little video, I rode it, like I said, her and I rode, and she rollerbladed. I even took a video of her going down this big hill that she hasn't gone down on rollerblades since she was in high school. So she did that. She didn't fall. And so her, but it was hot. And her, oh my gosh, we were sweating like crazy. But we rode and stuff for like probably an hour and a half at least, maybe close to 2 hours. Like I said, then we spoke to my cousin about Edisto, because I hadn't spoken to my cousin about Edisto. And you want to believe this? You know that crazy captain we told you? My cousin is good friends with that guy. Good friends with that guy. I wish I had known that. And my cousin also had someone that was going to help bring luggage up and down the stairs and stuff. But remember, I didn't get the message until too late. So that was crazy. But anyway, he was telling me about the captain, and yeah, he's good friends with him. He's like, he's a good guy. He's harmless. You know, he says this, that, and the other thing, but he's fine. He said the first time I met him or something, I was walking on his by his property or something. He said, "You know what? I normally shoot people." And my cousin said, "He said you're not going to shoot me." Anyway, they became good friends, and which was interesting. And then I told him about the guy that I met at the coffee shop that he told me about, and he's a great guy. And then he was telling me some other stuff, and told me I should have gone to the water sports, and they would have taken me on a private pontoon boat. And Captain Ron is not the only one that can take you to that island, but that was really cheap what he did, blah, 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 blah. He told me a little more about that. Now I can't even remember the name of it. What they told us in the state park was Shell Island, but it wasn't. It's some kind of inlet, or I don't know what he told me it was. And he told me the same thing. You can walk across it in the low tide, blah, 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 blah. I asked him if he ever cleaned any shells with muriatic acid. He said no. Like, he's just like, okay. He told me that there is another place. Gosh, where did he tell me it was? He told me you can literally take your 5-gallon bucket and just scoop the oyster shells up off of the. I'm trying to think of where he said that was, or how you get there. Oh, he told me you have to go to. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know what he said. Where Debbie D was staying at the one resort there, he told me that if you go like straight out across at like low tide or I don't know, he said you could just scoop them up with the bucket. There's just an incredible amount. I definitely have to get myself back there. He drives it in one day. Let's see. But he stays at my aunt's house, so he stays like, he cuts about 2 hours off the trip because he stays with my aunt, and then he comes up to the lake the next day. But he drives it in one day. I was asking him about a few other islands because somebody had mentioned Fripp Island or something. He told me the traffic out there is crazy. And he told me if I wanted the crab legs and stuff, I had to go to the Charleston for those. Oh yeah, Gia wants to go bike riding with me, so it's a good thing. She's taking some spinning classes. Well, obviously not now that she's on. She cannot do any kind of exercise right now, but she said as soon as she does get the okay, she wants to go bike riding with me around the lake and stuff. And I said, well, that's good because maybe you could use the bike that I'm using now because my kids and are going to chip in and get me a new bike for my birthday. So we'll see how that goes. So she said, oh, she'd really like to do that. And she really wants to, really wants to learn how to make the ice cream cake. And the next time I'm making one, I have to call her. I said, well, I'm making one for my birthday, which is pretty soon. Let's see. So we, what did we do? I showed her some of the stuff I got at that garage sale, and would you believe that little bubble bud vase? She loved, like, see, my daughter didn't even, like, I learned about the bubble glass and stuff from the auctions, okay? So when I saw the little bubble glass bud vase for 50 freaking cents, I knew something was wrong. So I bought it, and the first thing when I took it out of the picture, she goes, oh my gosh, I love it. So I said, well, you know, I maybe I'll let you have it, joking with her. Of course I'm gonna let her have it. But I said I wanted to show it to you guys first, and I was looking around, and they go for like $40 and up, these little ones. Some are from Sweden, some are from Czechoslovakia, and very cute. And then, you know, it was so funny because there's a couple of teapots that I got, and they look like little houses. And she's like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I think I might sell one of those in the auction. And then there's like a little, you know, tea for one teapot thing. And I said I might sell that one in the auction. What else? What else did she like that I got? She liked pretty much everything that I got. And she told me that my taste is just like her mother's. Her mother would love everything that I got. And then her mother's been telling her about estate sales and stuff, and she didn't realize. And now she's like, we passed one on the way to get when I picked her up, but I thought my daughter was leaving early. Otherwise, I would have stopped because they had some really nice stuff. Really pissed that I didn't stop. What else was I gonna say? Hopefully they'll be open again. Trying to think. What else did we do? I had to clean the whole stove, because remember I just cleaned it the other day, and then Jimmy yesterday fried a whole bunch of sausage, said he was going to clean the stove, of course didn't. Then after I cleaned the whole thing again, apologized. Then when I was going out, you're not going to believe this, okay? He goes, he was going to use the grill to cook something for the boys, but guess what? He decided to cook sausage and eggs inside on the stove. So you can imagine, didn't clean it again, I'm sure. So I can go and do that. This is like unbelievable. Then he'll go, well, I mostly clean. When do you ever clean it, Jimmy? The one time. See, but that you just can't. He just can be ridiculous sometimes. Really, totally ridiculous. Just admit it, you know, like just say, okay, yeah, I have good intentions to clean the stove, but I don't, and you do it, and you're the best stove cleaner in the world. That's all. Is that too hard to ask? What else? I wanted to do some crafts, but I just didn't get around to it. But I think I can definitely have it's like, it was just so much with my daughter leaving, me thinking about having to do this ride, and if I was going to be sleepy. But thankfully I'm not sleepy, so that's really good. because you know how sleepy I've been, right? When I get home, I'll do some true crime headlines and stuff, and then I'm probably going to knock it off early. I don't know. I'm all discombobulated with the week anyway, because it's Monday. It doesn't feel like Monday. It's just kind of... Let me see what else is going on. There's something that's on with Julia Roberts or something called Gaslit. I don't know what that's about. That's on Stars or something. Does anybody know what that's about? Not that I can read your chat anyway, but I was wondering. I think I saw somebody mention it. I have to get back to the Patreon book reading, and it's just the vacation that threw everything off, but I'm going to do it. I am going to get back. We have to finish that Killer Across the Table, because there's other ones I want to read, and we have to get back on that Juan Martinez convicted, or right? Let's do that. Oh my gosh. What else? What else? My daughter gets her cat next Sunday. Oh my gosh, my daughter is so funny because she doesn't get anxiety about a lot of the things that would probably give me anxiety, but we give her this little cat laser. It's a cat laser, okay? It's made for a cat. So I said, turn it on, make sure that it works. And she thought that she shined it at her eye. And Jimmy's like, even if you did, this laser is so weak. It's not one of those. Literally the entire ride down, she kept telling me, oh my gosh, I think I did something to my eye. I'm like, no, you didn't. Because in a way, when Jimmy has the very high-powered lasers, and if I inadvertently look, not that it's shining at my eye, but that I'm looking at the dot, because sometimes some of those lasers are so powerful, even to look at the dot without the safety glasses on is not good, okay? Not the dot shining at your eye, looking at the dot in some of the very, very high-powered ones. And I used to do the same. I'm like, oh my gosh. He'd be like, you didn't do anything. You didn't even, But this was a cat laser. I think that guy's burning oil. I smell burning oil. I hate that when somebody else goes by and you're like, what is that? I hope that's not me. Anyway, what else? Weekend went far too fast. I feel like it was crazy. My daughter, she came home like Friday night, Monday. It's like too much, too fast. There's all those things you plan to do. You don't get to do them. It's like I always plan like a lot of like, oh, we're gonna do this craft or that craft, or maybe I'll get her into that. It's just not enough time. She wants Gia and I to go down in about 2.5 weeks and deliver her little furniture and doodads and stuff, and then spend some time in Brooklyn and go to Dumbo and all of that. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if Gia feels comfortable driving there, that's fine, but wants us to meet the cat and everything, yeah. And then she's like, if something happens to me, will you take care of the cat? Do you promise? I'm like, oh my gosh. She asked me before she went down that hill. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop. Yes, I'll take care of the cat. You promise? Yes. So many people are getting COVID again, huh? It's crazy, isn't it? So many people. It's nuts. I'm getting a little bit tired. Just a little bit. It started to happen as soon as I told you guys I was not tired at all. That was what sealed the deal. When I said I'm not tired at all, I started to feel a little tired. And now I'm feeling tired. But I'm gonna be okay. I'm not that tired. I'm just feeling tired. Like I think a lot of it is emotionally too. It's just wasn't in a good place a lot of today. Emotionally, grief, all kinds of things coming up. And so, yeah. Lucky I just thought about it as Memorial Day, because I remember some Memorial Day weekends and we would head back on Monday and we would be like bumper to bumper traffic. Thankfully, it wasn't. Think there'll be a verdict tomorrow? Can you imagine? They had a hung jury and had to go through that whole thing again. I think I hurt my rib width, you know? Still freaking hurts. It's driving me crazy. Tiny little bit better today, but boy, does it hurt. Even like when I yawn like that, the move is so much when I'm sleeping, and if I have to turn, oh my gosh, I have to do like a 15-point maneuver because of the pain to just like turn over. You know, it's so horrible when you can't get comfortable like that, you know. So, buttons on a shirt. So, buttons on a shirt, buttons on a shirt. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm remembering? One night when Lisa D and I were driving, I think we were driving, it was at night, and I think it was before we stopped in Maryland or something, and there was some kind of a double tractor trailer thing, and it gave the illusion that it had like went across the highway and was stopped. It was the strangest thing ever, and we both saw it, and I go like this, oh my gosh, right? I'm just waiting for these cars to go slamming into it. And she was like, oh my gosh, right? But it didn't happen. It was the strangest thing. The thing was like all over the road. So it was like, you know, swaying and swaying. It was really having a difficult time. But at one point, it looked like it had crossed like both lanes, and was like stopped there. It was this craziest thing, and we both saw it. And then but it didn't happen. It was really weird. It was, you know, like a mirage, but it was like this. It was just crazy. And I like swallowed a bug or something when I was bike riding today. It's driving me insane. I don't know. So I was talking to my cousin, and I just about like lost like my heart. It's really weird. My daughter said it could be the pollen too. The pollen's really bad now. Okay, everything is blooming, and so much stuff is blowing around. It's horrendous. Who showed me they had a twitch in their eye? Was that Lisa? I think she showed me she had a twitch in her eye. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I'm starting to yawn, okay? Oh my gosh. driving the kids. Luke was in a mood. Luke borrowed one of Jimmy's moods. I swear to you, he was just like, when was it? The other day when we went out, last weekend? No, wait a minute. The day they wanted to go out with me. No. It was the day we were picking Allie up. And we went out a little bit early. And they're building a new Popeyes in one of the towns around us. Not very close, like 30 minutes away, okay? But it's like big news because I'm telling you, we have like nothing. So anyway, they have it constructed, and it's a new one, right? Of course, it's being constructed. On the side, it says, "You'll love that chicken," right? So we're looking at you know the theme song for Popeyes, right? You'll love that chicken from Popeyes. I love that chicken. So first, we were circling around, and there was this lady that got in front of us because we were looking for, and she was like oblivious, okay, that we were even like, that anybody was behind her, you know, because if you're like freaking in a parking lot and you're walking with a cart, you should like kind of move over to the side so traffic can move around you. But she was just walking in front of us. And so I make voices for the people, okay? And normally, you know, he enjoys that, but he was just in the grumpiest mood, Luke. And Ethan was enjoying it. Ethan was like, just stop it, Luke. It's fun. And he was doing it. So I was like, you know, I just made one of those things like, it's okay. I'll just stay here in the middle of the lane. No traffic has to move around me. And Luke was like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to make voices for the people? Right? So I like, what is wrong with you? Why can't I make voices for the people? It's so much better than just being stuck behind the people. Why can't I give them a voice? So, and then even Ethan was agreeing with me. He's like, Luke, what's the matter with you? If mom wants to do it, that mom wants to do that. And then Luke's like, I guess women just like to do that kind of stuff. And I said, no, and Ethan thinks it's funny, right, Ethan? And Ethan's like, and then Ethan's like joining in. And then we see the building, and it says, you know, I love that chicken Popeyes. So I literally sang that like twice, and Luke was like, oh my gosh, why do you have to repeat it? I said, oh, come on, Luke, what is the matter with you, right? So then Ethan was cracking up because we'd be driving around and I'd say, Luke, I just have to tell you one thing. And you know what? It's so funny because Jimmy does this like stuff all the time. Like this would be such a Jimmy thing to do, that he would keep going over and over the same thing you told him was like ultra annoying. So I was doing a very Jimmy thing. And normally the sun rises and sets on Jimmy for Luke, right? So I'm like, oh, come on, Dad would be doing the same thing. And he's like, no. And I just kept saying, Luke, but I just want to tell you one thing. Let me just tell you one thing. And Ethan knew what was coming. And Ethan was cracking up. And Luke was getting so pissed. Because I just kept doing the Popeyes theme song. And then after a while, he started being okay with it. Oh, and then he was so upset because there was a KFC, and I said, I'm going to go through the KFC and ask them if they're really upset about Popeyes opening. And Luke's like, you can't do that. And I said, oh my gosh, Luke, what is the matter with you? And he's like, well, you could ask them in this way or that way. Anyway, we went through the KFC, And they didn't have French fries, they didn't have drinks, they didn't have chicken sandwich, they didn't have like anything. And he's like, well, see, they're already taking over. And I'm like, okay, Luke, but I have to tell you one more thing, Luke. And I said, I love that chicken. Oh my gosh, I was just, I think it's because like today, when he got home from his friend's house, we're like, Luke, you need a nap. You look like you have not slept. Because Luke's the kind of kid that'll go to the sleepover and he's like up almost all the night. And then he does, oh my gosh, when the kid just looks so freaking tired. They were both asleep right after the ice cream cake before I left the house, because then they were both playing like basketball all day. And Luke had the sleepover, so we left at like, there's a deer right there, you see him? Where are my brights not going on? And I bet you're going to see a lot. But this is probably going to go out, and when it does, it'll just go out. I'm not going to keep... Did you see that one? Cue the deer. Take the fake deer, put him in the road. Do you know there are people that think that deer was fake? That I had somebody stand on the side of the road and put a fake deer. There's another one. There's another one on the other side. Put a fake deer in the road so that I could hit him for views. Hit a fake deer for views. That's how twisted some people are. Yeah. Remember, like many years ago, she would say, like, maybe we're gonna see a deer tonight. Yeah, like it was a big, huge event, I feel like I have the stupid Maybug bite.